Yeah. Blazing bricks. Turn the volume up. Ha. Whoa. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to Breaks and Breaks, where the fire don't stop. Cases on the table, here the rappers go pop. Live on the cam, whole crew in the chat. Every pull feel heavy when the hits go back to back. Football, baseball, hoops in the mix. From rookies to legends, yeah, we rip all the hits. Short prints, color autos on deck. If it's heat in the box, best believe we detect. Blazing bright, let it rip, let it burn. Big hits, big fire, every pack or turn. If you chasing that heat, if you want them pulls, you already know. Blazing breaks, rule. Random teams, player spots, everybody in. Sleeves ready, top loaders, when the fire begins. No games, no fluff, just the real deal break. When we say it's blazing, yeah, that heat ain't fake. Yeah, crowd go crazy when the monsters appear. Yeah, chat blowing up when the big names clear. If it's case hit season, we the ones on call. Blazing breaks, stand tall. We rip it all. Blazing breaks, let it rip, let it burn. Big hits, big fire, every pack or turn. If you're chasing that heat, if you want them pulls, you already know. Blazing breaks, roll. This is blazing break. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you're here for the fire, yeah, yeah, you're in the right place.
Yo, see, Hawks. My kid was so fired up. I got to tell you real quick. I have to thank. Listen, we have developed such an awesome community. Hold on, I got to message this guy back. It's actually a local community too. Like I have a guy who's my TCG guy now around here, and he's always like, "Hey, can I grab you anything?" Or "Hey, they're restocking here. Like, would you like me to?" Like, I just feel like this networking in this hobby, if you get around the right people, because there's a lot of negativity, there's a lot of bad groups, there's a lot of bad people, scammers, or just negative, or people who want to make fun or pick and poke, and because there's levels to it, right? There were people that were filling like $1,000 a spot mixer. $5,000 a spot mixer for the Super Bowl, and we're doing 70 a spot, and there's like a different tier level to it, and so sometimes it becomes like a class thing in here. But what I really want to get at is that I feel like we've developed such a good group. No matter how much you have, no matter where you're at in the hobby, I'm just talking to a guy in our group that's going to do like a card show. He said, we're going to talk some like maybe tips and pointers where I still learn a ton from people because I only do a couple of shows a year. Jason in our group and his group over at Three Kings does shows like every weekend. So like I love that I get to learn from him. But what really made it feel special in our community last night was that I got messages from not only Seahawks fans, but a whole bunch of people in our group like, is Pax enjoying the game? And that meant a lot to watch my son be watching Super Bowl. Like it didn't hurt to not have the Bills in there for once. It did help that the Chiefs weren't in there, but no, for real. It also helped that the Seahawks were winning. I just say that to say thank you guys for being such an awesome community and checking in on Pax. His Gigi dropped some Seahawks gear. He is tired. He stayed up till like 2-3 in the morning. He did a genuine big Super Bowl night with his friends. But if you're a Seahawks fan, congratulations. If you don't like the Patriots, congratulations as well. I think Drake May just got exposed a little bit. I don't think he's bad. I think that he's a second-year quarterback who's already been to the Super Bowl. That's awesome. But like, if you watched him in the playoffs, they're like, he played 3 of the top 5. Yeah, but he didn't play well, and the Seahawks was the number 1 defense. There's levels to it, Like Denver didn't, and Seahawks had a very balanced offense. So Denver didn't. The Chargers' offensive line was horrible. Like Houston should have done better against them, right? But like C.J. Stroud did not play well either. Like and Patriots defense is nothing to slouch at. Like they're not a slouch. I mean, they're nothing to like scoff at, I should say. So what a boring first half. I saw today that it was funny. They're trying so hard with Drake May. It was Drake May sets a single quarter record for most passing yards of 250 something. And everyone's like, just if you want to math this out, that means many had 57 yards in the first 3 quarters. If in case you're interested in, I was like, man, be easy on the guy. Like he made it to a Super Bowl before Josh Allen, and it's his second year. But Sam Darnold winning one did not have that on my decade bingo card where he would get there. He'd even get there before Quinshon Judkins throwback Tyler Shuck. I didn't think he'd get there before, but I love Sam Darnold. I think he's just a low-key good dude. Like, stays to himself. Doesn't try to be something that he's not. Faced all the adversity, all the criticism, seeing ghosts, overcame that, and was able to bounce around to a few teams, be the guy in the locker room. Apparently, every team he was on said he was they liked him. He was good, a good dude. So, happy for him. He did not deserve the MVP. Kenneth Walker did, but maybe the most boring MVP, delivery ever. Matthew Golden, Ashton Genty, green press proof. Woo! Tyler Warren, red already. He was hot yesterday in this case, too. So listen, the plan this week is I'm going to have my repacks, some of my repack boxes ready to go. We'll mix it with some retail. We're going to do some optic mix, some more Donruss. I want to try to continue to pull downtowns or possibly kabooms with some absolute. But I want to mix it in with some of the repacks so that we're guaranteed to get some good cards. I'm going to try my best to keep the prices reasonable. And hopefully slip 2 repack boxes per break in there. Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin. So that there'll be at least 2 bangers per break. And then plus the chance at some other stuff. So stay tuned for that. Jackson Dart and Ayamanor for the Titans. I've been ripping a ton of One Piece personally. Finally pulled my first big card last night. About a $250 card. I've been loving it. The art's great. I love a ripping football, but I only really collect bills. So it's like I get all these other cards. It's like, great. Now I got, I don't mind getting a team that's not Bills, but I don't want 32 team that's not Buffalo. You know what I mean? So I don't have a favorite character in One Piece. You can also play the game, so I'm trying to build decks and stuff. So I don't rip a lot of sports personally. I get into a lot of breaks that way so I can get my team or a team, a chance at a good team that's not Bills. But man, I'm having fun ripping One Piece. Kyle Williams red there. And Trey Harris pink. Last night's break of this, we did not pull downtown. We only got 1 auto, but I'll tell you what, for only 24 a spot, I feel like we were able to get a lot of people, at least, a lot of teams got at least $15 to $25 back. So it was a nice way to be like, I have got a lot of nice cards to go with this. Maybe didn't hit a banger, but Dyke. And then a Cam Ward, the rookies. And a Will Howard pink. There we go. Nothing Slam. How we doing? We just are on the first one. We pulled a Luther Burden swatch. A green press proof Ashton Genty, a white hot rookies Jackson Dart. I don't even know what teams you have. Slam's got you got the first patch. And then I think you had 2 spots. And the Raiders, you got the Genty too that I mentioned. So you got a Genty green press proof, a Burden swatch. Yeah, there's Hit City. We've done his baseball repacks before. It's funny, we did those and nobody got in them at first. And then when they were gone and everyone saw it was in them, they're like, can you get more of those? I just haven't done it yet. I am up to 6 cool cards for the repack for baseball, but we won't be doing that till closer to the season because I want to do it for the week, of the first week of baseball. But I got to give a big shout out to Nate Long. He brought one to the show with me. He's like, hey, you interested in this? And he gave me a very fair deal on it. I'm like, yeah. He's like, I think the guys will like it in the group. I'm like, I know they'll like that one. So I've been piecing it together. It's so hard because, and Tony knows this he's Hit City there. You can't, people aren't really coming off of prices, even though they try at shows when they buy from me, but sellers don't like to come off too far off prices, but I also don't want to overcharge for, the cards. So repacks to do legitimately and not rip people off is very hard. That's why there we go, Jalen Milrow. I'm working over time to assemble it so that I'm not if I try to go buy them every week, it would be a lot harder. I just have to be patient and assemble these repacks over time. Tony's taught me a lot on negotiating and what to buy and stuff like that. So Patrick Mahomes instant and a Quinshon Judkins for the Browns going out to Norman. Norman staying hot. Jamie, we did get the Will Howard pink so far. How you doing, man? You enjoy the game last night? Trey Amos. Is it? Well, I will tell you, I bought a Color Blast for our repacks. It's the Phoenix variety, but it's still really nice. Cam Ward, White Hot Rookies. Darius Alexander, Jalen Royals. Now that the Super Bowl is over, and man, congrats to Pat Gallagher for winning the finale on Squares, but Matt Menser taking the first half and winning our tournament as the owner of the Seahawks. I'm going to make a little announcement for it, but they already know. Donovan Jackson, green rated rookie. Tet McMillan, Elite Series. Elijah Arroyo, red. Yeah, I put in 3 bets, 3 or 4, just $5 and $10 ones, and I did hit the Seattle to score a defensive touchdown, but it was boring, wasn't it? So, like, boring for bets until the very end. Vegas was winning a ton because no touchdowns, right? And then the end of the game was like boom, boom, boom. Drake May hits his over yards. Holland scores, and then Jackson Smith and Jigba going out with a concussion probably saved them, won them a ton of money on any of his bets because he didn't have a good first half to begin with. Did he even have a catch? Calvin Johnson green there. Jimmy Graham and Devin Neal pink. You know what though? But isn't that what collecting should be, Kibbs? If you're just gonna go complete your collection thing, that's a long-term play right there. Kib was trying to get graded for the whole set for your birth year of Topps. Maybe give me some more details. I forget exactly. This is Cam Scatterboot, Terrence Ferguson, green press proof, and Drake May. But that's what it's supposed to be. It's over time. I mean, I remember one of the things after my dad obviously got me into collected my whole childhood, and even after I got done, went to college and stuff, and came back, and my dad had binders of checklists. He would still go, wasn't as big into it, but he still, even during that time where I kind of got out of cards for a while, growing into adulthood and stuff, he still was into it, would pick up cards. He would print out every checklist until it got to the point you couldn't do that anymore, When was that switch? DJ Giddens green. Deontay Thornton. When was the switch where you couldn't download, it's like, oh, here's a binder of this year's checklist. Oh, is that every set? No, that's just the Optic set. It's 65 pages long. Yeah, there's a lot of parallels. Imagine what the full checklist would look like for Optic with every parallel, every insert, every autograph, every variation, a prism. You'd have to have a binder for each checklist. But he would only print off the bill stuff. But even that. Is it extremely expensive too? Steve, did you like my picture, my creepy picture I sent to you? We were sitting at the on the balcony there, and it was funny. Kibler, I walked down. My son was on the mat that you were in front of about to wrestle, but he was on the top of the tree in both mats on 2 and on 3. And I was trying to talk to him, hey, I don't know which one he's going to wrestle first, but make sure you hold his match. And I saw you get up and leave, so I didn't get a chance to come over. Tesla green press proof, and there it is. These cases are the way to go. For the Jaguars, no wires. Jeff Kellington. Boom, baby. Downtown. Boom. I'm telling you, man, we're going to keep doing this. I will get these cases. We're doing this for $24 a spot. That's the price of less than the price of one hobby box break. And we're still getting nice stuff. Dude, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right.
Let's go. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
All right, hold on. We got the Isaac Tesla. I want to get these out of the way. There we go. We've been hot with the blaster and mega cases. We gotta just keep it going. We hit the green Tesla and the pink Tesla there. Just gonna get this cleaned up, and then I'll get that put away for you. All right, here we go. Brian Thomas Jr. I'm sure you would have liked the Travis Hunter a bit more, but I bet you'll take this one. There you go. Congratulations, Jeff Kellington, my man. Sending us videos from Vegas. He's probably still chilling, not watching. Wish he was, but... Gonna go a little bit more to the left here. There. That is nice. Guys, I'm going to get another case of this. You guys filled it. I like the price point. I like what we're pulling. Let's do another one. Tua press proof. Let me put these back over here. There's a Joe Burrow Gridiron Kings and a Matthew Golden throwback. I mean, maybe I could even do one as a PYT. I didn't have time to price it out because I with everything that was going on yesterday in the Super Bowl, I was like, I want to post this. I didn't think we'd get to it because we were filling the Super Bowl mix and the Cosmic, which that product is awesome. I wish it wasn't so much money. Woody Marks, red. I think he's gonna be a baller, dude. I might grab a few of his things because his stuff's so cheap, and I do think he is gonna be one of those guys where. Try looking for you from where I thought you were. I couldn't find you. Well, I think those kids from the wrestling club are a part of the elementary program, but they shouldn't be wearing their club wrestling. I'm with you. I don't get, like, they go to the... My son wrestled amazing yesterday. I just went up and talked to him prior to, like, doing this, and I'm like, man, I've been so proud of you. Like, he was the very first match of the whole thing, and he didn't know they were starting right after the national anthem, and we were up on that balcony. So he flew down, and he just wasn't ready. Like... But after, there we go. Jackson Dart. Giants going out to Jen. I don't want to align the... What do you mean? I want the Josh Allen downtown out of this so badly, the horizontal one. And it's going for like raw, like $1,800. I want it so bad, but I can't spend $1,800 on it. And I keep watching them online. I'm waiting for one to slip to like 15 or 12. Oh, yeah, they go to club. They practice multiple times a week. But you know, that mat you were in front of, that young kid official that was there, dude, if your one shoulder touch a mat, pin. You know, he was like 18 matches ahead of every other mat. They started moving other ones over there. Luther Bird and White Hot rookies. Mambu for the Jets and a Vortex Trey Harris. These cards. Oh, this is numbered. 5 out of 50. That'll play for the Chargers. Kyle McDuffie. I better double check to make. I don't think they were because this one looks sharp. I gotta better make sure the other ones weren't either. But that Vortex out of 50, they're hard to pull to begin with. I thought they fixed that. I thought they fixed the picture this year. Someone said they corrected it. That's why they put it back in. Jackson Dart. Makuba. Another Jackson Dart. Mason Taylor pink. Has anyone seen the Josh Allen downtown? Well, it's in the promo. State one next week? No. Oh, is that like PJW's? No. My kid's not there yet. He wrestled really well, but he's not like PJW yet. Maybe he would be. Do better than I think. I don't think he would advance, if I'm being honest. But we're doing the league tournament. That's at Melton in 2 weeks. Oh, they fixed it in optic, not in this. So wait, wasn't it 24 they did that with this? Is he back in it in 25 with the same downtown? It is very vortexy. Those cards, those inserts are sweet. The Vortex, and there's another one that's super rare in this. Well, I was a little worried when we pulled the case hit last night, which was the Galaxy Star Galaxy or whatever it is, yesterday. But I cannot believe those don't go for more. They're one per case. Michael Penix, green press proof. White Hot Hampton. Woody Marks pink. So if I'm buying a quarterback right now, and I think you can still get a good deal on him, if I were you, my buy low right now would be Malik Willis. I think the minute he signs with another team, it's going to be, his cards are just going to go up for sheer, if you want to, again, talking from a flipper perspective, which I do, I'm a collector, but every now and then I like to invest in a guy. And I was all in on Sam Darnold. I had some. I wish I would have went harder, although his stuff didn't go up a ton. Jackson Hawes, pink. He's going to be our future, man, at tight end. Bills, Jim Larson. The last big one on 20. Yes, that one. That's at Melton this year. I'm going to move these sleeves over here because we don't really recap those at the end. Yeah, but going back to the downtowns, did you guys saw on the, oh, it's so sweet. If you didn't see it, in case you didn't even look at it on look at all the artwork in this. This downtown with the Go Bills, Niagara Falls in the background, the snow. It might be not just because it's Josh Allen, it legitimately might be my favorite looking downtown they've ever done. And it's like it's got so much white in it. All the other ones are silver, and this one's kind of got like a white hue to it. Right? Like, it doesn't feel like it's a normal downtown. It's so white instead of silver. It just is different, because I like the hollow aspect of them, but Brian Robinson Jr., press proof. Matthew Golden, Gridiron Kings. I'm going to top load that one. Who's got Green Bay? Pat Gallagher. Pat Gallagher won the finals, so he got his spots in here covered under his squares. Nicky Chubb, Trevor Lawrence, Riley Leonard, Mason Taylor, Travis Kelce Dominators, and a Graham Mertz pink. Well, hopefully I'll get to talk to you there. I'm sure they're going to ask me to help work a table at that one. So I can't say no to that, especially now that football's over. I couldn't help if there won this year because Bills are playing playoffs. I'm like, it just isn't going to happen. I'm like, I already struggle to pay attention when my son's wrestling at a table. If I'm checking the Bills score, Jordan Watkins, wide receiver. Will Campbell, rated rookie, and a Travis Hunter. We still have 6 left, and I know we had a downtown, but who knows? We never know. Never know. We might get something else. There's no Sunday or Rookie Kings in this, but maybe we'll get like a sweet 101 or something. So now are we moving on to baseball? We are going to be breaking more baseball this year. Oh, there we go. How about a Joey Porter, 23 out of 25, Pittsburgh, Cody, brother. Not a ton of these out here. Joey Porter, I don't think he signs a ton. Brother ton. 22 out of 25. Joey Porter. Dude, we're 100% getting another case of this. Keandre Lambert-Smith and a red Malachi Starks. Atron Means, great player in Tecmo. I mean, where can you get 10 boxes at 24 spot with a chance at a downtown? Jackson Dart patches. I mean, he doesn't sign in the regular product. You can get his pink, chip away. Like, I love it. I love it. Only halfway in. You guys know I do my best. And if I can mix some of these, if we switch it to 5 and I do some repack boxes in it, dude, come on. Throw some extra bangers in the mix, so we're always sure we're going to get like a case hit or something. We ripped all 4 of those. I'm going to order another case probably. You mean the 24? Or, oh, you mean the 25 ones or the 24? We ripped the full case of 24 because we had an uptown and a dual downtown in that. Oh, no, that was in the 24, right? Because I was worried people weren't going to want to rip. Dude! Come on now! Spencer Rattler autograph. I have some more 25. Yep, I have some more Optic 25 to rip. I'm going to throw some up, but I wanted to do the sealed case to see before I went to order more. I wanted to be like, is it worth it? Jalen Milroe red, too. And his base here. Yep, we'll do some 25. I got some of the 25 Optic red blasters, too, that we can do. I picked up some of these 25 mega, like the rectangular ones. They go actually for a little bit more than these. I think people are pulling more out of them, so we'll do some of those too. Like I said, I picked up some of that so I can mix retail with repacks. I think there's definitely some, a way to enjoy that. Ashton Genty, Jordan Watkins. How about an Abdul Carter Vortex? Not numbered, but that, again, sharp looking card. Jordan Watkins pink. Second here. You don't want Rattler. You want the Shuck ones. Shuck's a hard auto to find. I like these breaks too because here's the thing. If I do one box of downtown for even more than this, A, I feel like a lot more people get burnt. B, it goes so quick we don't have time to hang out, which might be what you guys like. Yeah, but now we have to listen to you the whole time. Yeah, that's kind of why I like this. You will listen to every damn word I have to say. No, it's therapy for me. Why do you do... People are like, why? Like, it's cool you do breaks a lot cheaper than other places. I'm like, yeah, well, it's cheaper than therapy for me to do it this way. You guys are my therapist. Oreo. And if you don't want to listen to me, the mute button's right there. Jackson Dart Elite Series, which I'm sure most of you do. There's Corey. Look, all it took was a negative comment to bring him out of the woodwork. What's up, Corey? Was it hard last night? I know they kept talking about Jets fans. I didn't realize he was from there, Chris. Corey, was that hard to see Sam win last night? Do you think that could have been the Vikings if he would have stuck around? You should have just did what my son did and switched teams. Harold Fannin, Demetrius Knight. There's a Shador. We haven't seen much of him out of this. And a Trevor Etienne pink. For a minute there, last night's game, I was like, oh, here we go. Jackson Smith-Njigba has a concussion. Oh, here we go. That was like, there was a penalty. I'm like, no penalty on that one. I'm like, it's going to be, this is their chance, but I feel like overall the game was rough pretty well. Chris, I did see the full play that you were talking about. Yeah, it was a little late on that hit. Probably should have been a flag to start, but I'm happy they didn't throw one on Diggs for retaliating. You know what I mean? Because that would have been like, what? Like, where was the... Because that's what causes a player to retaliate. He gets hit a little late out of bounds, no flag, so he gets frustrated, he goes up and attacks, and it's usually, that's what I was telling you, it's usually the second person to act that gets a penalty. But I feel like the refs were kind of like, we're not going to dictate this game because, look, we're making it to the Super Bowl. You Vikings fans sound just like Bills fans. Except now, like, most of us Bills fans are like, how are we going to get screwed? And it's only like, it's not like the whole game. It's like, what play is going to screw us this year? Rather, it's a play call from McDermott or a ref situation or a misthrow. Like, what play is going to screw us this year? It's not always just the refs. Travis Hunter, white hot rookie. Swessinger, that is defensive rookie of the year. Bosa and Fred Warner. Oh, I mean, obviously, you play those playoffs a few more times. Who knows if the Seahawks would even, win it 2 out of the, 3 times. No, I got you, Chris. Did you see him and Cardi B, like, broke up After all that, that's at least a word on. I don't give a crap at all, but I just thought that was interesting. He was going to propose if they won, they lost. They're like, fuck you. You're horrible at your profession. No one likes you as a singer. Fuck you. That's kind of what I read. Road to the Super Bowl, and how about a Matthew Golden swatch and a Tyler Loop pink? I haven't checked to see how these pink and reds do if they grade out of 10. But obviously we're not letting them sit around. We're getting them in sleeves right away. We have a pretty good track record of grading clean out. If the cards are cut well, you know, they get protected right away. They don't ding corners. So, something to consider. I'm not a grader, but I am starting to consider it. I was going through my Diggs collection getting ready for the show, and I'm like, I got to send some of these in for grading. Elite Series Cam Ward for the Titans out to Jim. And Collins, defensive tackle for San Fran. Jaded Daniels, Vita Vey, Watkins, and Scorton. Kelvin Banks, pink. What play was that? Oh, I believe it. That's how their season went. I mean, the Bucks, a similar situation. They were in, and like the weirdest thing happened with that three-way tie, and like the Bucks should have really been in there. A Mika Egbuka throwback, a Genti throwback. Tyler Loop, Kyle McCord green, another Genti there. That Vortex number we got is actually nice. Maxwell Harrison, dude's going to be a stud. I'm telling you, going to be a stud. 4 more boxes to go, guys. 4th place in the North would have won the South. Is that true? Are you just saying that, or is that all legit? I believe that could be legitimately be true. The Bucks fell apart, and listen, I talked about it a little bit last night. Part of it was like why the Seahawks won. Good locker room camaraderie, playing as a team, staying the course. The Bucks and the Eagles were very similar in their approach. They just could not keep their locker room clean. They wanted constant issues, and I'm telling you, it wears on a team. It wears on a team when it matters. Like games you have to win to get into the playoffs, games you have to win in the playoffs, where your frustrations boil over. I believe it leads to some drop passes, maybe not running as hard as you would because you're like. We try so often to take the human element out of these athletes and act like they're immune to the social issues we all have in a regular workplace. But it's just like anything else. They deal with it. You saw it on Facebook, so it's probably more like 40, 60 maybe it's true. Oops. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to sleeve anything of, remote value. And then top load anything I think that's, $1 or more. But listen, I don't top load things if I don't think they're worth at least $1 or $2. And even more in some cases, like for instance, last year, like the Drake May, like going in after his season last year in the summer going into the season, these were only going for like a couple bucks. And the last time they sold, like leading into like the Super Bowl, I want to say they were going for like 15, 20. Just wild, right? Like, what happens if that's Cam Ward next year? And what happened in that game? I'm not being a smartass. What? There's a Shador and a Jalen Moore green. Josh Allen, Elite Series. Egbuka red. That's a nice card. What happened? What was the play? I forget. Man, and that should not be a question you have to ask. You should know. They're like, color blast, it depends. If we graded a 10, you're going to owe us this much money. But if we graded a 9, you'll only owe this much money. I'm sorry, that is the dumbest business model as a consumer would use. Brilliant on their side. Hey, we're going to get a commission on the value of your card. But to me, it's just as much the consumer fault. Stop supporting PSA and let's start buying other, But we won't. Jaquez Hunter, Rookie Revolution Higgins. We have a Vikings, and I should have known. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Oh, that's, you know what's funny? I remember the night of that game. That was early in the season, right, Corey? That tie. And I remember whoever was commentating was like, this is going to come back to haunt a team. Whether it be one of these or a tiebreaker scenario. I was like, The PSA upcharge is the dumbest. I don't get it. Savion Williams. Who's crisscross? Will make you jump. There's a Tet McMillan, little Panther action for you. Quinn Ewers pink, and a Baron for the Broncos. Packers hitting these swatches today. Crisscross will make you jump. Yeah, I get that, and I don't know what you're doing that for, Kibler, but the fact is, a PSA holds so much more value in the eyes of the even though there's other legitimate services. To me, it's tag, right? AI grading, it's 100% like based on the same scale for every card, every person. No human like, here's a $500, make sure this card gets a 10. Oh, I had a bad day. I'm tired. I'm hungover. I don't give a shit about this job right now. And that happens. I don't care what anyone says. 100% that happens. Caleb Johnson paint. Oh, Torado. Benji. What's up, dude? Patrick Mahomes green. That's a sweet one. Graham Mertz. Quinn Ewers. Travion Henderson pink. He was like non-existent last night. I don't get it. What the heck happened there? Oh, absolutely. The fact that they can, and now they have it like offers right up. And their offers are, look, there are some cards they're offering more on, but I have guys that shows now showing me, oh, this is what PSA's offering. I'll give you this. I'm like, stop. I'm not doing that. I don't like that. That's like saying, this is what, if I walk up to a dude and I said, hey, David, if you ever, I know a lot of wax stuff because, you know, that's what I deal with a lot. And if you ever are looking up comps on boxes, sometimes you'll click on Dave and Adams and they'll be like, we're buying this. And they're usually literally 50% under what it's selling for. Like, not even close. Like, there could be like a box that say 2018 Obsidian. They don't have any of it, right? It's going for like $800 to $900, maybe more in some places. Offering $300 for this box. It's just wild. Bo Nix. Zach Charbonnet press proof. White Hot Abdul. RJ Harvey pink. And a Dylan Gabriel Vortex. Dude, I'm going to show you real quick. These Vortexes are nice. And I don't know if the camera should, but look how nice that parallel is. Even the Vortex is sharp. And the camera, again, holds it back a little bit. But, dude, Chargers, who has that card? Kyle McDuffie, that's a sharp freaking card. Yeah, could you imagine, like... Josh McDaniels was scared of his play calling. He definitely didn't adjust at half like I thought he would. It seemed to be the defensive coaches were headlining their skills more than anything. You know, they were like, this is going to be whatever defense outperforms the other defense. Tet McMillan. Hey, there's one for the Lions. Tesla. Scatterbo pink. Demetrius Knight red for the Bengals. Tesla with the Phenom Such. We did get 2 autos already in this. And our downtown. And some really nice pinks. Yeah, it is ridiculous. So that's just, I mean, not to be negative. You know, I started out this whole thing by saying I'm glad we have a group that's not negative, but we're honest and we're realist. Upcharges on PSA, slimy. Buying back and reselling from PSA, slimy. Trying to, like, price match ridiculous offers because of that. Like, I mean, just the fact that these retailers can, like, think they can use their space to, like, scam people, slimy. Luther Burden. Dark Luther red. I'll try to get something else put together for tonight. I know some people were talking about optic. I won't have repacks ready tonight. I'm still putting away stuff from the show. Derek Carmen pink. What up, Maziars? How we doing, brother? Really, really appreciate lately that you guys have been in chatting. And it's one of my favorite things that we're doing with these, you know, retail breaks and stuff. And we've been hitting bangers after bangers, honestly. Mike Evans, Jamar Chase. 2 more boxes after this. I just love it. I'm going to order another case of this. We'll do the same thing with it. Terrence Ferguson. There is a Harold Fannin, green. I like him. I'm top with that. Marion Hampton, the rookies. Donovan Jackson, pink. There we go. I do go through a ton of top loaders, and shipping's a bit more on this because we obviously ship everything. It's a bit heavier with all the top loaders and materials and stuff, but I think it's worth it. I believe in like a lot of these, even these inserts and stuff. It's easy way to, if you don't hit something big, you chip away at what you spent to get in, which isn't much to begin with. Yeah, but I would hate that even worse. Like, I would hate it even more if Fanatics got in, because then I feel like it's super. Think about if they got into grading and buying from people. Now they're producing the cards. They're grading the cards. They're buying. All of a sudden, you have, you know, cards hitting the market. Like, did they buy it or did they just pull this? Man, this one cut real clean. It looks sharp. Throw that over to the grading unit. They're going to hit it back, put it on the sales page. All of a sudden, they have the first to market PSA 10 of the Fernando Mendoza Topps Chrome rookie. How did PSA get this already? Someone must have pulled it and sold it to them. There's no. It's such a non-regulated hobby that how are they going to not show? Like, how are you going to prove that they did that? So now all of a sudden, PSA printed or Fanatics printed the card, graded the card, bought the card, sold the card, and all they did was just own the license. And all this, like, boom, $75,000 later, because it's first to market. It's just, that's what scares me with it, like the monopoly aspect of this. I'm gonna get a pack of sleeves here. Now, from my understanding, that court case isn't over yet. It has been held up by a lot of different things. There are a lot of circles that believe that there's a chance that this full individual licensing doesn't go through. The way it was done, kind of aggressively, maybe possibly illegally, how they made cards during the times they weren't supposed to be making, so they pulled back on it, but some of the damage had been done. They bought up the printers and really slowed down production for Panini, messed up with a lot of their production, so Tyler Shuck. So who knows? White Hot Rookies, Tyler Warren. Jackson, Dart Pink, and a Shuck Rookie Revolution. Super Bowl champion Sam Darnold as well. This is a clean card. Giants going out to Jen. Corey, I'll never understand because they're a monopoly and they can. They're like, don't grade with us then. But we're going to get a percentage of your card. What's even worse is like you could have a card sitting there for 3 months, and if it goes up during those 3 months and it grades well, you're going to pay more than you would have when you sent it in. It should go back to that date when they comp it. Or who's to say they don't like, oh, our comps show it's worth this. Well, no, it's dropped a couple hundred. Well, that's not what we... I don't know where they pull their comps from that they get that. Isn't that a crazy story, Chris? The whole Blockbuster thing? That is wild. That is funny. It just popped in your head, though. What do you say? They already tried and were denied? Are you talking about the licensing thing? That's still going on in court. It's a very big thing going on. Jack Sawyer and Malachi Starks. There's definitely a lot still going on with that. There's a Jaden Daniels Road to the Super Bowl and a Jaden Blue SWAT. You're probably right, Chris. They'll probably just end up buying PSA. Although at some point they're going to get too greedy and it's going to get denied as a monopoly. Look how bad their clothes are because they own all of it. They're like We make high quality. No, you don't. Here it is. Nope, that's the same quality we've always made. It's not. Yeah, it is. Okay, then don't buy. Like, I hate it. I stopped buying this stuff.
Come up here.
Okay, Google, make an announcement.
What's the message?
Hey, I'm live right now. I have 2 more boxes. I'm almost done. Can you hang tight?
All right. Broadcasting now.
I like it when I need that, but it can be a hindrance when I don't. Green press proof Shador. I'll probably speed through this a little bit. My kids have pictures for wrestling, and they're probably not behaving. Tez Johnson, Kyle McCord, and a Will Howard there. I bet the price goes down. The comp will be. Oh, that's what I'm saying, Corey. Like, what's the date of the comp from? You know they have an entire team dedicated to that right there. Kenneth Grant Pink. You know damn well they have an entire. Again, I don't mean to be negative, but to me, I don't grade. I love graded cards. I'm debating graded in some of my Allens. I'm debating sending some of my stuff in to get graded, especially now that I'm in TCG stuff. Like with the One Piece, dude, that stuff grades out. It seems like it's easier to get 10s in that, and the upgrade on it is like the price resale value goes up just like it does in sports cards, but it's easier to get 10s, it seems. Yeah, I think they all kind of got together to battle. Well, I think the preparation for knowing that Fanatics would be getting a grading service as well. So PSA collectors went and did that. And they run them as separate entities, but it's also weird. And again, because it's not regulated, because it's not gambling or... Jaden Reed, Fred Warner, Dyke. There's a Terrence Ferguson Elite Series. TJ Sanders, Pink of the Bills. So we already got our downtown. We got 2 autos. We got a nice number. Some pink and green press proof rookies. It's been a good break. Trey Harris, Jordan Watkins green. Brian Dawkins. Malik Neighbors. Well, I really appreciated, we're in the last box here. I really appreciated the conversations, guys. I love this. Ashton Genty. And how about a Pat Bryant swatch to close it out as far as our hits go? Case has been good, man. 2 case hits, although the first one doesn't sell for much. That whatever it was, Galaxy of Stars, beautiful card. Oh! How about a Shador Red? So all the top teams...
You need to come up now.
Excuse me. Did your mom get my message? What's happening that I need to be up there for?
Paxton won't get out of the tub and won't get his hair dry.
Okay. You need to make sure that you're ready. Okay? Tell your mom I will be up in about 5 minutes. I will handle it. Leave him alone. If I have to drive him the pictures myself, I will.
I need you to come here.
Yeah, and that's ultimately, Killer, what's going to happen with the whole Fanatics thing as well. Amarian Hampton, Gunnar Helm Pink, Quinchon, Rookie Revolution. Sorry about the announcements, guys. I'm sure most of you get it. Abdul Carter Green and a Tyler Shuck Bomb Squad. And a Dylan Gabriel Red. Brown's coming through on the final box. Not that they didn't have anything, but Norman coming through with some nice stuff at the end there. Dude, a Shador Green, Shador Red, and Dylan Red. I think these green press proofs are so hard to get clean corners on. They all look just like they got a little white on them. Give me a little bit of time, but I will get something else up tonight if you're interested. Mason Graham green. And a Riley Leonard pink to close it out. Not bad at all. Let me do a real quick recap for you guys. And we'll celebrate our little case hit here. I'm going to order another one of these right away because we're going to rip more of it. All right. I'm not even going to show you the sleeve cards, but I am going to show you. You guys know I don't just sleeve everything, but I sleeve stuff I feel like is of value, you know, maybe quarter above legitimately. This is sleeve stuff. I mean, there's a lot. So I think that there is value in this a lot at the price point. I'm going to try to do this quickly. Give me a second. I just like showing them this way more. There's a lot of nice stuff. All right, insert stuff here that I felt worthy of top loading. We got the Shuck Rookie Revolution, White Hot Abdul, Tyler Shuck Throwback, Cam Ward Rookies, Jackson Dart, White Hot Cam, Elite Series Tetero, Jackson Dart the Rookies, Matthew Golden Gridiron Kings, Travis Hunter the Rookies, Abdul Carter Vortex, Elite Series Rookies Jackson, Shador the Rookies, Elite Series Cam, Tetro Bomb, rated rookie retros Quinn, and a Vortex Dylan Gabriel. Our base rated rookies are Dart, Leonard, Milrow, Shador, Graham Mertz, Tet McMillan, and Shuck. We had the greens were Genty, Hampton, McCord, Milrow, Patrick Mahomes. I don't know if it's a variation or what. Fannin, Abdul, and Mertz. Pinks, Trey Harris, and again we had a lot more, but these are the top loaded worthy. Harris, Tesla, Hawes, Marks, Mertz, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Schlesinger. Loop, Maxwell Harrison, yours, Travion, Harvey, Scatabo, and Riley Leonard. Reds, Warren, Williams, Milrow, Marks, another Milrow, Watkins, Arario, Campbell, Egbuka, and Burden. We weren't done either because here we go. How about Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders red and a Shador Sanders green? How about Jackson Dart pink? We had the, oh wait, and another one back here. We had the Will Howard pink. Our swatches were Savion Williams, Pat Bryant, Jaden Blue, Tesla, Golden, Jackson Dart, Quinshaw Judkins, and Luther Burden. We had the Vortex out of 50, Trey Harris. 2 autos, 1 numbered, Spencer Rattler, and a Joey Porter out of 25. And boom, downtown, Brian Thomas Jr. We're going to get another more of these. I'm sure you guys want that. Dude, that's nice. We're going to be ripping more of it, Corey. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I love the conversations. Let's keep it up. I'm going to go help my wife before she we have one child left. Love you guys. See you later. Peace.